Okay, so I had this conversation with this lady the other day who comes up to me. We're having a pleasant conversation, discussing things health related because of what I do for a living. And she knows that I do bodybuilding. Most of my friends do bodybuilding, most of them compete. I spend a lot of my free time in the gym. That's where most of the people I relate to are. And she says to me, personally, I think that the body type that you guys are aiming for is disgusting. And I just kind of sat there and I went, okay. And two things passed through my mind. One, why is this okay for you to say to me? What would possess one human being during a normal cordial conversation to say to another human being, I find your personal body and your goals to be disgusting? And two, why doesn't it bug me? At least at the moment it didn't. And it comes down to is I'm so used to hearing it. And I think it's about time it fucking stops. And what it comes down to is the lady who's talking to me is bare minimum obese, probably morbidly obese. Whether or not there's reasons for it, we're not going to get into that. But I don't find that attractive. It would never occur to me to look at her and say, I find you disgusting. Because that's a fucking horrible thing to say to another human being. But for some reason, there seems to be this thing in today's society where it's okay to tell fit people that you find them disgusting. It's okay to tell a girl who's getting ready for her first bikini show that you find a woman with abs to be manly and disgusting. Why would you say that to another human being? This is someone who has personal goals and it's their own body and they're trying to do things to it that make them happy, and it's somehow okay to bring them down. But if you try to do it to anybody who was overweight, you would be fat shaming and you would be a bad person. Guess what? Everybody's a fucking person and nobody deserves to be fucking talked to like that. Regardless of fat shaming and any of that bullshit, that's just being fucking rude. I'm not sure why it's okay in today's society to pick on fit people. You know, like, oh, well, they get more out of life. What the fuck are you talking about? Even if we do, that's bullshit. It's because we fucking work harder for shit. And I know plenty of people who are overweight who have fucking amazing lives. So that's bullshit. But it would never be okay to say that to a normal human being. But for some reason in the fitness community, it seems to be okay to bash people who look better than you as a way to like bring them down to bring yourself up. Well, guess what? It's not my responsibility to make you feel good about yourself. And if you feel so low about yourself that you have to bring down other people, you're a worthless piece of shit. Okay, the world is better off without you. And I mean that. You know, regardless if you're fat or thin, if you tear other people down based on their body, you are a worthless piece of shit. I don't care if you're a top contender in fitness or you're a Mr. Olympia or some shit like that. If you take your body and you use it in any way to make another person feel bad about theirs, you're a worthless piece of shit. Okay? And it works both ways. You can't be fat and tell people that are fit that they look like garbage and that they're horrible people. What the fuck's wrong with you? Why is that okay? Why would that even possess somebody to say that to another person? I just get really tired of the fact that it seems to be really commonplace, and it didn't occur to me right away because I'm so used to hearing it. I'm so used to helping out women that I know in the gym who are getting ready for their first show, and they're like, yeah, all these guys are saying this. My boyfriend told me that he doesn't think I look feminine anymore. Well, then leave him. He's an asshole, regardless of whether or not you're fit. The fact that he'd say that to you means he's a prick. So it's just something that's really bugging me, and I think that it just needs to stop. Your body is yours. Whatever you want to do with it is fine, and you shouldn't feel bad about it at all. Like, the big thing we have in bodybuilding is people are never really happy with how we look, and we're always trying to get better and bigger and things like that. And everybody's always like, we should be happy with how you look. I'm not unhappy with how I look. Just because I'm not content with how I look and I have goals to go farther doesn't mean I'm not comfortable with my body. That's a huge misconception. Just because I always have personal goals and I'm trying to improve doesn't mean I'm not comfortable with how I look and I'm not proud of what I've done. Of course I am. I'm not crazy. But it's not okay for somebody else to look at me and tell me that I'm gross. Even if you believe it, because you're allowed to think whatever you want. But you should never say it to another person. Luckily for her, I'm a really kind of relaxed human being in general, and it took me a while to really kind of get worked up enough to really make this video, because I've had a couple friends of mine I've talked to about it, and it just really just kind of, it's one of those things that gnaw on you, and it just finally fucking explodes. So just my thoughts for the day.